Hi, it's me, your Mother Goose Justine, and I am back with more Amberlynn Reed Reacts, and I would love to welcome my gaggle back to my flock. So today I actually have two to react to, her latest two uploads. She posted a weigh-in, which I'm sure is a bad one, and also yet another Q&A. So I'll have timestamps to when these two reactions begin pinned in the comments in case you guys just want to skip right to the reactions. Yeah, I'm going to have the timestamps pinned in the comments, so you can just scroll down. Anyway, and that's it. How's everybody doing? I missed you guys. Let's see who was first. Stephanie was first. Cicely, who's a new member. Welcome, girl. We have a member stream tomorrow at noon, by the way. And Katie's here. Danny, Buster, Tiny Blue is here. The Marshmallow of Doom. S. Gomez, Cat Lou. Vic, Diana, Adam, okay, 12's my limit. Hey, everybody. Welcome. So, I hope everybody... So, I was gone the past 2 days because I think you guys know I'm trying not to, ruin my YouTube channel even more. And the problem is I've been loving uploading more frequently with you guys, but the problem is my YouTube channel hates it. And then it just stops recommending me and stuff if I upload too much. So I have to not post every day, which is annoying because I don't know about you guys, but oh my god, the kitten and Simba and Rosie are so good, Adam. In fact, sister has a new collar. It's personalized with the number in case someone finds her and they need to call mommy. She's got a fancy pink collar with it's like a pink gem on it. It's like so cute. It's like the cutest little thing. So, oh, what are the two streams, Tiny Blue? Am I interrupting a stream? I hope not. But which, by the way, I saw that Zach's back. I was watching the video he posted yesterday. So that's good. It looks like he doesn't want to post about Amber anymore, which, I mean, I've been there before too, but maybe he just needed a break because... Okay said, I thought YouTube likes frequent uploads. It does I mean, I don't know why I don't know. I'm just trying different things. I feel like when I upload, frequently, I don't know. Anyway, they stop recommending me for some reason. So I'm hoping, I gotta be honest, I kind of have to get right to reacting because Amber posted a friggin', movie again today, friggin' 27-minute Q&A. Plus I have her weigh-in to react to, which I'm sure is a bad weigh-in because the last time I reacted with you guys, friggin', her eating habits suck. And she, I mean, I hate to say it, but the problem is she thinks it's so great. I like what you have here on your lips, Cat Lou said. What's on my lips is very expired and doesn't exist anymore. But it's the only lip color that I like. So, oh, you were diagnosed with MS, Lex? Oh, I love the Hurricane. It's the only cane I've bought. I love the Hurricane. Man, Google the Hurricane, okay? Because I have two of them in this house. I have an upstairs cane and a downstairs cane. So, wait, yeah, I can't wait to see your new weight, Diana. It doesn't matter. It's just, she's not making any actual changes, and that's the problem. Because she has we gotta talk about it on the member side. Because I found a YouTuber who I'm not gonna name, right? Because she's the sweetest woman ever. And she gets 80 views in a video, she's not a big YouTuber like that, but she has lost 200 pounds and she still has pounds to go, right? But she's lost all this weight. And what she does is the complete opposite of what Amber does because this woman, like I said, I don't want to say who it is because, I mean, we'll talk about it maybe in members, but I just don't want the Amberverse corrupting her. She's my new favorite YouTuber, but she's lost all that weight, and what she did was a very strict no salt, no oil, no flour, whole foods, plant-based diet. And she said the reason why the weigh-in video is pure delusion. Well, I'm used to reacting to that. And anyway, With a very strict, like, whole foods, plant-based diet. Basically, like, how I eat, but much more strict. She doesn't, like, and she does that because she's a food addict. She realizes she can't eat the fun things anymore. She treats it like an addict would treat any other addiction, right? You need to remove from the substance, and she gets that, and she totally changed her diet. And that's what Amber needs to do. It doesn't need to be a whole foods plant-based diet, but something along those lines. She needs to realize she has a problem. She needs to realize she can't moderate. She needs to realize she can't figure this out on her own, and she needs to do something regimented, whether that's, you guys are always recommending inpatient or whatever, something regimented. She needs, the party's over. Like, why is she still ordering Uber Eats? Anyway. Marshmallow of Doom said, she did the what Amber would not do diet. I've heard it works like a charm. I mean, I had to point out, though, that, look, and even she points out, look, there's a million different ways to lose weight, but she's like, look, I'm a food addict, and I can't do that stuff. Like, the way that I eat, she, like, with my friggin', intuitive eating nonsense, right? And she made a video about it, actually. It's called Moderation is a Lie. So, anyway. Cecily said, yes, I'm still vegan. I would consider doing the, yes, I mean, would I eat, yes, I would still do the starch solution if, you know what it is, I'm not really, like, I don't know how to put this. I'm not trying to lose weight, you know what I mean? So, that's the thing about the starch solution. Like, if I were to eat that way, more strictly, like, as the starch solution has written, I would lose weight, and, I'm just not sure if I'm, I don't know. I've been feeling good, but I definitely would. I mean, I loved the starch solution. So the starch solution is basically it is a whole foods plant-based diet, but it wasn't out of line at all, Cicely. I loved the starch solution. If I did want to lose weight again, that's what I would do. Hands down. Absolutely. I loved it. It's just, you lose weight doing it. So I'm not, the way that I am now, I feel like, and everyone's different, okay? Everyone's different. So I'm not saying my way's the way, but, like, the way I am now, when I eat less than I need, I don't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's harder to walk and everything. So everyone's different, but I loved the starch solution, and yes, I would go back on it if I were so inclined. Absolutely. Yeah. So I hope Amber's moving on from, we're done talking about that Erica and her wife nonsense, right? Because that, like, ruins my life. That's another thing. I don't know what bothered me so much about that. That whole thing. I don't know what bothered me so much about that. I can't believe Amber wrapped herself up in that nonsense. Yeah, okay, Cheryl said, for a healthy plant-based plan, watch Jeff Nelson with Dr. Peter Rogers. They follow Dr. McDougall, but very strict. Yes. I was never very strict with Dr. McDougall, and I still, like, lose a lot of weight when I eat that way. Yes, Jamie said everyone do what's right for you. And in terms of weight loss, you need to do something that you can stick to. Long term, right? Yeah. Oh, Linda said, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I've been part-time for 4 months in my law firm. They brought me into the office today and officially offered me to move up to full-time with a raise. Congratulations. Oh my God, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. Congrats. Yay. See, we're all winners here, right? Heck yeah. I love you guys. But anyway, back to, so that, like, ruins my life, and it got in my head. And I had a really, really weird dream a few days ago about, like, I don't even know if I should say all this, but, like, it got in my head, okay? And, like, it made me like have a dream, I'll just say it, about like my friend's wife being mad at me for like talking to my friends. Oh my god. It was like, I feel like all this is like getting in my head. So I feel like Zach, I needed a break, but not for, I don't know. I miss you guys. So I'm back. Oh, and also, guys, I had like the best thing ever happen to me yesterday. I sucked so much. I'm not telling you guys anything today because now I feel like it's... Oh, Linda, congratulations again, hon. That's like wonderful. Yeah, I had something great happen to me yesterday. You know what I had? I had a prayer answered. I guess I'll... Yeah, I had... So, yeah, and that was great. I mean, I loved that for me. I don't want to, like, say too much, but geez. I had a pretty good week. Yeah, Deb said Amber talking about Erica is her deflection from the real issue of her 350 pounds of excess. Tell me. Well, that's what happens, like, with... And you can see Amber, she's, like, spinning her wheels instead of addressing the elephant in the room. Wait, Marshmallow of Doom said, I had to shout at someone I am annoyed at for good and uncomfortable reasons in a dream recently. It was very cathartic. That's wonderful, Doom. That's amazing. In my case, I was being yelled at, but I know I've never done anything wrong, but the dream made me worry that I did. This shit's getting in my head. Like, I need to move on from this Erica and what's her name stuff, because I don't know. Yeah, Katie, what happened was it was... Yeah, she is spiraling badly, Jamie. And the reason why she's spiraling is because she's not addressing what she needs to, and the mind's going crazy. Marshmallow of Doom said, trust me, he deserves more than a few minutes of shouting. That's funny. Oh, Katie said, I dreamt I was photographing Joe Jonas last night. I do concert photography, and he did a pop-up event yesterday, so I had it on the brain. That's so cool. That's a great... You know, I have had, like, good dreams, too, I'll say, but I've just been dreaming a lot. I need to get to reacting soon, but, I've been dreaming a lot because I've been... I don't know if I've mentioned to you guys that I've been, like, on a pretty lengthy, like, break with a... What do you call it? A tolerance break? And when that happens, sometimes the dreams come flooding in, okay? I'm about to end that break. But, God, oh my God, the dreams have been wild. They've been wild. I don't like that. I don't mind dreaming. I never do it, rarely, but friggin'. Anyway, so I had I had an answered prayer, and it was weird because I needed, like, extra... I got a little extra money. I'll just say, like, I got a little extra money in the mail, and I had prayed for the money to buy something, right? It's not a lot of money, but I didn't have the money, so I just prayed, can I get... I got it. I couldn't believe it. Anyway. So in many ways it was a good week, but it was a weird week, and for that I blame Amber, like Amber's always blaming Beck. Which actually, I want to shift gears to reacting now at this point, because the reason why I titled this the way that I did is because Amber's... Okay, so this is titled... Okay, so first of all, we're reacting to a weigh-in, which I'm sure is going to be crappy. And she says, opening up about my health. What health? I see no health. Health where? Anyway, and also getting trolled, called out by being called out by viewers. And this is the weird thing that Amber titled it this. And relied on Destiny while Beck relied on me. So she's saying that Beck relied on her. Because did you guys see that? I know I'm just reacting to... I just started reacting, but that's, like, shocking. That, like, I mean, she literally took care of you down there. You know, like, how can you say that? Oh, Rachel said I went and played bingo for the first time with friends this weekend using my birthday money. We didn't win anything. It's just fun to play, though, right? Oh. That's funny. So, okay, so her way entitled Opening Up About My Health at 500 Pounds. And Rachel said, is the health in the room with us? Like, what health are you talking
Hello?
about, Amber? Are you seeing things? Anyway, all right. Well, all right. So Amber's got a new Gen Z hairstyle, the big Ariana Grande braid, I want to say.
Hello,
Hi.
welcome to a new weigh-in video. So today is Tuesday the 15th.
All right, I'm interrupted. Okay, so Katie said also Amber 100% relied on them, meaning Beck. All they did for Beck was pay for them, basically, right? And it was stuff that Amber had to pay for anyway. Like, Amber had to pay the rent anyway. So it's not like she had to pay more rent because Beck was living with her. She had to pay the rent anyway. She had to buy the food anyway. Anyway, sorry. I'm 5 seconds in.
Let's literally get right into the questions. Are you in a lot of pain at this size? I have always been big. Even as a kid, I was always the fattest one in the room. That has not changed now.
Okay, that's like everybody's story. Sorry, that's like everybody was the biggest kid in class. I was the biggest kid in class. My sister was the biggest kid in class. Probably my cousin. Like, that's everybody's story. That's not unique.
So this means I am used to my size. Like, my muscles are like, I am used to this. So no, like
Ariana Grande, stop.
have as much pain as what people probably think I have. I always catch people thinking I look uncomfortable or I look like I'm in pain, and it's like I don't feel those things. There have been times
it's used to them. It doesn't feel like pain to her because it's her homeostasis.
In my life, especially at my heaviest, where I had a lot of lower back pain due to my belly because my belly carries a lot of weight. So
but you have no pain though, right?
It's heavy. So especially at my heaviest, like a lot of back pain. The most pain
I know that's what sucks about being heavy, and that's why you want to change your diet so this doesn't happen, right? So, you know, if you could, like, friggin' anyway.
Feel is when I'm grocery shopping. If I'm on my feet for
that's a sign. That's a sign, girl. That's telling you like food's doing this to you. You don't think that I always take everything as a sign. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, that's a sign. I like to think of it like God's speaking to me. Like God's trying to tell you something if your back's hurting while you're going to get food.
Like an hour and a half.
Dang it.
The heels on my feet do hurt. I mean, just imagine. I am over 500 pounds.
Oh, but she's not in pain though. Nothing unusual.
Very small feet. But for the most part,
the daintiest. They're so small compared to her size. She's got the daintiest feet that ever daintied.
Not in really that much pain, no. As sad as this is, the pain is more mental and emotional. What did you mean by I planned my whole day around this and you're what I ate today?
Yeah,
video?
right? Come on, girl. That's like obsessive. Anyway.
Referring to this clip. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this. So some days I like to plan my meals and some days I don't. If I know I'm gonna order takeout for a certain day or if
I have to take that. Hang on, guys, sorry. Oh, that's annoying. I meant to bring that over here, but I sure didn't. Just give me 1 second, guys. What am I doing? There we go. Just a second, let me take my medicine. I'll be back in literally 1 second. Okay. Sorry, everybody. All right, let's get back to this friggin' mess.
Go out with my mom, whatever it may be, and I know that there's a certain meal that is a larger amount of calories, then that is the first thing that I log. So that I know, okay, this sushi is 900 calories.
Wait, so she logged that meal? You can't log. I'm not saying that counting calories isn't a viable way to lose weight. Yeah, people do it. But the people that lose weight counting calories do it accurately. And you cannot calorie count takeout accurately. Girl, trust me, I know.
Calories. Now let me plan my meal around that. It wasn't that I was planning my day, like my activities and what I was doing around the sushi. It was just planning my meals around it. What's a misconception you hear about your lipedema or lymphedema?
I wonder if she ever talks to anybody who, or watches content like people who actually like have lost weight and kept it off a long time. And she should like pay attention to like, do they get takeout ever? Like, anyway.
Without a doubt, there's two things. It's either how much harder it is for me to lose weight, which I'm not going to talk about that because I feel like I talk about that a lot. I'm going to talk about the fact of how much the swelling affects my body and how much easier my body can move just overnight based on my swelling going down. A lot of people...
Of course, the swelling is, just happens. There's nothing that Amber could do to help it at all. She's only a victim to this swelling, okay? She's only a victim. It has nothing to do with the takeout she orders multiple times a week.
I think that I'm exaggerating when I say that, like, wow, my breathing is so much better. My walking is so much better. My stamina is so much better.
So this is like... when I talk about like intuitive eating, this is like the type of thing that you pay attention to. How does this food make me feel? And that's how you know Amber's not, look at her face, that she's not intuitively eating, because she would take note of that. All she's doing is following like a craving, like she's satisfying a craving, like a proper addict, right? Anyway, she
waddle less when I walk, when I literally unswell. And sometimes that literally can just happen overnight. People think I'm exaggerating, and I promise I'm not. I am so much more mobile
she's not in pain, though. No.
I'm not swollen. When I am swollen, it is a lot harder for me to get around. What makes it harder for me to get around is my skin is tighter. It reduces my range in motion around my joints, my ankles, just everywhere. Genuinely.
She's just acting like a pure victim to this. And it's like, and actually, I kind of get why a person like even Zach, who like reacts to Amber as a job, basically, like needs to take a break, because it's like, because as someone with, I hate that I'm, I don't mean to like make my own self a victim, but as someone with MS who has, there's just nothing I can do to like, I have secondary progressive MS at this point. Shit's progressing. And, it's just annoying to listen to, because this is why you start to need to take a break, because it's just she's doing that, she's making herself a victim to like circumstance or something, and like friggin' like she's complaining about her how bad the swelling is, while also showing off a friggin' huge takeout meal that she got, and she's acting like it's no big deal that she got that meal. It's just really annoying to listen to, Jeez Louise. So, friggin', anyway, well, at least we can try to, laugh about it.
Makes my legs feel like cement, like big concrete cement.
I know, the takeout's so good though, right?
And that's why I waddle more. It's harder to move my legs.
Right, and she's got no other option in life. That's it. She's just gonna feel this way forever.
When I'm swollen, I am more lethargic. I have less energy. I get more tired. And due to the fluid just being everywhere around my body, it makes my breathing a lot worse.
So that's another, friggin' Cicely's pointing out, annoying that she uses lymphedema to complain about, but does nothing to help it. You can massage it, do a low sodium diet, movement, compression garments. Like, she doesn't. God, man, guys, we gotta watch this woman's videos I talk to on the member. I'm talking about on the member side, because like she had all these things that Amber has. You know, she needed a low sodium diet. Her health is poor. That's why she even thought to do something extreme, like a whole foods plant-based diet, because that's just, yeah, it's, you can think of it as like radical, like radically changing your diet to something that different and healthy, but it's also radical self-love doing something like that. Like, yeah, it's hard to change your diet, but you do it so friggin' you can, walk.
So when I become less swollen, it is because I'm actively losing weight. So if I step on the scale and I see that I'm down 6 pounds, because that was what I said last week, when I was like, yeah, I was down 6 pounds, I was walking around the casino and I felt so much better. And people were like, how does she notice a 6 pound difference in her body at that size? It's because all of
don't worry, that swelled right back up after she ate at the casino.
Things I just named to you, they diminish and they get less extreme. So when I'm not as swollen, what is happening? It is improving my lymph flow to my body, which then in return makes it easier for me to move. I become more flexible. I'm able.
She just acts like this is just something that just happens to her, like freaking getting an MS lesion. like it just. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a condition. It sucks. It's just there's so much she can do to help herself, and it's like she's causing herself these symptoms in her legs with her crappy diet that's full of salt and crap.
To keep up more with everyone else. My breathing gets better. And that cement feeling for when I am swollen, that goes away almost completely when the swelling goes away. Like,
and when does the swelling go away, Amber? Is it when you're not ordering so much takeout? Hello? Freaking can't.
Things become so detrimental.
Yeah, it's not real weight loss, it's just water weight. Okay, is reminding us.
When I'm swollen, and then when I lose that swelling, my body becomes more loose and my lymph flow is happening and I feel it. It's like
and when I lose weight, like she's acting like that's something that just happens to her. And when I lose weight, so like it's just a magical thing that happened, like the magical check I got. like come on, Amber. I don't know, whatever.
I understand if you had this disease. People comparing their body to mine, saying,
"Stop it, Tiny Blue just ordered Indian food." I can't. That's not fair. I can't order Indian food anymore.
I don't notice a 6 pound loss because you don't have this illness. You don't have this disease, and be grateful for that. When I lose 6 pounds, yeah, sure, it's water weight. But at the same time, I'm not just losing 6 pounds of water weight, which
is so annoying, guys. I know. Cicely said in all caps, "You are not 500 pounds of water." Rachel said, "It's like saying, when I see a shooting star in the sky, then I'll find my one true love."
To a normal person, that's all that would be happening. I'm also improving the flow of my lymph, my fluids. I lose more fluids. I gain more flexibility and motion, and my skin's not as tight. Like, the list can go on and on. So what I'm saying is, it's not the 6 pounds that I'm feeling. It's the symptoms of my lipedema and lymphedema that get...
Catherine said, "Is she mansplaining obesity to us?" No, well, no, this is... She's talking about her edemas, like they're, something she can't do anything about. Rachel said, "Cue doctor now. Quote, do you look like you're starving?" Perspectivism said it's the 500 pounds she's feeling for real.
Better and improve when I am actively losing weight. That is what I'm talking about. So to the average person, to hear me say, "Oh, I felt so much better after losing 6 pounds." Yeah, that's a pretty vague statement. So when you hear me just say that, it's like, girl, what are you talking about? Because I don't sit there and tell you guys.
Sorry, I don't. Where's the weigh-in? Are you eating food alone at bingo, or does your mom eat with you? I don't care. Where's the weigh-in? Did I skip it? Did she only lose 6 pounds? Is that what this was about? Did I miss it? I'm gonna wait till you guys, because I want to watch the other video. It's Lynn's-plaining. This is word salad. I don't want to hear about how great Amber is at managing her weight, because she's not. Spoiler alert, weigh-in is way later. Jamie said, is the weight loss in the room with us? She doesn't show the weigh-in, but what'd she lose? 6 pounds?
Are you eating food alone at bingo, or does your mom eat with you? So lately I've been going to bingo with my mom, my stepdad, and my friend. And we all eat food there, and we all eat the same things.
At the end,
almost everyone at bingo eats the whole week. I was like, okay, this is the second week. That's usually exactly what happens, because this was the second week of me doing Noom. So anyways, let's get into my weigh-in. Last week I was 518.0, and today I was... Is this gonna be a new thing? I have to do drums every time before I tell you guys my weight. Today I was 517.0. So that means I'm only down a pound, but I am genuinely okay with that.
Wow, I thought she was trying to gas up only losing 6 pounds, and she only lost 1 pound, which is not even a fluctuation. And she's proud. I'm not losing my mind, Jamie. I had too good of a week. So, I had too good of a week, and so I'm not. You know what? I didn't want to know why I'm not gonna lose my mind, because you know what? I can't. Yeah, Craig said there's no way that anyone can keep up with how much Amber eats at bingo. Yeah, Paul said that's statistically the same weight. So, like, if I were to, hold on, let me bust out my calculator. So, if she was 518, okay, so, oh, I think she lost, if I did this correctly, I think she lost 0.2% of her body weight. Did I do that correctly? I'm not very good at, like, math. I used to be. I used to do all that shit at work, but that was literally over a decade ago, so, anyway. Alright, so Amber lost about 0.2% of her body weight and is proud, so that's the update there with her weigh-in. I had a feeling I'd be watching that one quickly. I don't even know you want to know why I'm not raging too bad? It's because, you know, it's like the whole let them thing. You know, if she wants to, if you know, what am I gonna do?
Welcome to.
I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do? Rage quit? Yeah, Ruby Sky said she basically ate about 4,500 calories per day. 0.1%, the Marshmallow of Doom said. So, okay, that means I calculated it right. Jamie said she started this at 5:19 3 weeks ago. That's... Alright, here we go. So hopefully Amber divulges some of her weight loss tips in this episode.
A new Let's Talk video. So we're just gonna get right into it.
Let me know if she's too loud or too soft or anything, okay, guys? Sweet says she's...
So first things first is sweet and sour. It's where I use a random comment generator from the last week's episode.
Okay, Catherine... I'm pausing already. Catherine said she could simply not eat while she's out of the house for a few hours. That's funny. What is it about leaving the house that makes you want to, like, eat everything in sight? I swear, I do the same thing. Like, when I had to go to the doctor, I usually don't, you know, I don't go a lot of places. But when I did have to go to the doctor, I ate all this stuff. I got all this stuff at Dunkin' Donuts, like the hash browns and a bagel with avocado and all this like, why? I don't know.
Choose random comments. I literally choose the ones that pop up first. So this is a way for me not to pick and choose. So let's get into it.
Right.
Black Cat Mama said, maybe they AI'd their voice. Shrug emoji. So for the ones that do
I said that, yeah.
sound like an AI voice, I have also thought that because people brought it to my attention. I didn't think
But it's not Amber doing it. She pinky swears.
First. But when people did bring it to my attention, I was like, maybe people just don't want their voice to be in my videos, which is okay. Muted Sound 54 said, at 1938 is AI. What's your obsession with men calling you cute, weirdo? So if it is AI, I wouldn't know because I'm not the one sending the voice memos in.
She says with a smile. Did you guys catch that?
So if it is AI, I wouldn't know because I'm not the one sending the voice memos in. And
I don't know.
I don't understand your question. So because
Of course, you don't understand, Amber. Don't act like you don't understand the question. Oh my
someone
God.
called me cute, it means I'm obsessed with them calling me cute. That doesn't make sense.
No, Amber, you keep... It's like she just really wants us to know that men call her cute.
Elizabeth Sullivan
Ursinate said, she's working with someone. Yeah. Yeah, because she totally had Duper's Delay. I replayed that. I hope you guys saw that, but I feel like she was duping us, guys.
and 2965 said, I am a lesbian, he is a man, okay, but Dalton though? All right, I think you need a little bit of reminding, so let me help you.
Oh,
But
God. Oh, here comes Amber setting the record straight.
this whole Alexis Dalton thing is like not okay. She's bringing up a situation that I had with someone during like a vulnerable time in my life. 2023 was
a vulnerable time in my life.
a crazy year for me. I shared that I was turning to alcohol.
Oh, wild. Why? Just wild. Very active year in Amberland.
All because I genuinely was. I was depressed, heartbroken, lonely. I was going through a lot and I felt myself turning to people and to situations and things I normally wouldn't have. I did reply to Dalton. He was making me feel good about myself where I felt bad. Yeah, it felt weird to me. One night I got extremely drunk and he ended up calling me and things went to a different level than they probably would have if I was sober. Like, I felt awful saying that out loud. It wasn't my finest moment. I was really drunk. I was sad.
Amber says as she keeps drinking.
I guess I just wanted to feel something other than like the sadness and the depression I was going through in that moment. Plus, I was really drunk. My brain was not fully...
Oh, Stevie said Amber and Foodie and internalized misogyny big time. It's funny you say that because I can actually really... Like, I can see what you're talking about. Oh, they absolutely hate other women. It's crazy. I can... Ugh, I hate misogyny. It's so great. It's so annoying. It's like, but... Yeah, no, Amber definitely has that. And when she does have a girlfriend, she's not nice to them. If you guys haven't picked that up, what do you call it? Pick up that, tidbit. Jamie said, imagine where we would be if she had gotten weight loss surgery 2 years ago like she planned. Gosh, was that only 2 years ago?
There. Sexuality can be and is fluid, but I am a lesbian. Turning a vulnerable night for me where I was in a vulnerable state and I made a decision that I normally wouldn't have, turning that into a way to monetize something that should not be monetized is crazy work. But
it's just she tries so hard to feel better than the people that watch her. Like, she tries so hard to, show off how good she is or something. I don't know. She's she's trying to make us feel bad for, just pointing out, girl, it's not like you haven't expressed interest in men before. I mean, I've heard it from her plenty of times about all the guys that hit on her. And I'm not even necessarily calling her a liar for it because... I know when I was big, I didn't have a hard time hearing from men. If I were to sign up for a dating thing, they come out the woodwork, right? So but because of all the decorating she does to her stories, it just makes it seem fake.
It didn't feel right to me in my gut It did not
Yeah,
feel right.
Katie put it better. She said she thinks she's better than her audience. Thank you for putting that much better than I did. I'm not concise. Friggin'. Anyway.
To me. Genuinely, I think questioning people's sexuality is like the weirdest, most oddest thing in the world. And as a lesbian who was ashamed all of my teenage years because I liked this.
Here she goes, talking from her soapbox again. Amber's like, don't say anything bad about me. I'm a victim. That's Jesus. I can only be perfect because you can't say anything to me because people were mean to me when I was younger.
Same sex, like it is genuinely insulting. Lumberry said,
"Girl, stop! Like she's doing it again. Friggin', you're the one that monetized your sexuality. Like she made videos titled it's the gaslighting, guys. Like, do you remember her poly era? I'm not the only girl. Stop acting like you didn't." Act like you were Polly when you were trying to recruit Winifred. We were all there for it. It was weird and it was cringe. And you were doing it because you were desperate to get because Amber's not her own person. And it's, it's a little weird.
Can you please change tier tail to just tail? Because every single thing has just been tail.
Ha! That was good.
I try so hard to find rumors that are actually real, but most of the shit that is real, I just literally admit to anyways, and I'm like, yep, that's real.
Like what? Like what? You were trying to say that like Beck's making up the whole like Warshgate thing. Like, are you kidding me? Jeez. Katie said that Amber loves validation no matter who it comes from. That's a good point. Gemini the Queen is asking, what does this have to do with Dalton? It's just, it doesn't, this is all, Amber's just listing all the reasons why she's better than us. Class, sit down and learn.
Happen. A lot of rumors are really just that, rumors. It's things that people want to believe are real, so it's just my way to dispel those. Soup60 said, girl, stop freaking crying. I'm sorry. I cry a lot. I'm very sensitive.
And you're gonna keep crying because you don't actually address a problem ever. So, you're just gonna keep being upset because nothing ever gets better.
Hard for me to regulate my emotions. I feel...
Tiny Blue said, Amber's only poly when she can weaponize it. Yeah, Museum Ghost said Walsh, she didn't respect Eric's sexuality as a gay man. You remember that? She had a crush on him. Anyway.
Things at an extreme level. EMS ABZ 9326 said, almost all of these voice memos are AI generated. She's literally making them. You can even hear the way she talks in each of them. I have not made a single voice memo. They're all from real people who have sent them to me. And all of these rumors, like, it makes the people who have actually like sent these voice memos to me, it's making them realize more than ever that like all of these crazy rumors that people say about me.
Well, I mean, they're AI generated voices, girl. Like, come on. And you're trying to say, oh, well, maybe they use the AI voice. It's like, yeah, but they're all AI voices. That's why it's sus.
Are false and untrue. And it also goes to show that like literally some people can be so delusional. The fact that you think that you can hear me inside of other people's voices.
Yeah, your cadence. Like I'm not saying I can, but they're saying they can tell your stops, your pauses, just the way that you speak, So, yeah.
This is when literally none of these are.
Catherine said she asked for rumors, LOL. That's a good point. She literally titled, like, this segment of rumors. Catherine's like, I'm so annoyed.
For me.
I knew that this would be fun. I couldn't wait to vlog with, or I couldn't wait to, I am going to try vlogging again this weekend. But anyway, I have to because you guys should see, like, the trees are, like, green and, like, you guys, the grass has come in. It's beautiful here. Anyway. What was I saying? I don't know. Let's keep laughing.
These are all sent to me.
She has a specific speech pattern. Thank you, Jamie. Speech pattern. That's, like, what I was looking for. Like, you just have a way of speaking when you speak. And it's not just Amber. It's probably me. You. Friggin' anyway.
By viewers, by subscribers, by people on Instagram, by people who genuinely want to ask me questions. This whole AI situation type deal that has been created around voice memos is insane work. Before AI was even invented at the level that it is now, I used to do things like this. I have done voice memos in the past. I used to actually show Snapchat videos.
Why is she doing this? So she's outing herself right now. She's like, yeah, I'm smart enough to do this. Like, she's just... Right now, she's saying, yeah, I used to do this. Girl, this is... Why is she saying this? Because at this point, I wasn't even convinced that they were AI. I'm not going to lie. Like, personally, I wasn't. But, I mean, sure, yeah. But probably some of them, I don't know. I wasn't devoted to the idea. But now I am. Now Amber's convincing me that she made these memos because she's saying, I used to do it and here's how I did it. And Museum Ghost said, I want to hear the AI voice say Hecticana. And yeah, and I just want to jump in and say that yes, Amber, you have bragged that lots of men have, hit on you. And, and I wouldn't be surprised. And they're all going to be like, the type of guy that likes a bigger woman, and yeah, that's what happens when you're a bigger woman. You get messages like that. They do exist and you'll get them and they'll come out of the woodwork, right? They're usually also married or something and they don't tell you, but yeah, they'll, so I believe her about that. But now I don't believe her about the voice memo stuff. Oh, thank you, Catherine, for the super chat. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, I am having fun. Right, Katie said, for real, Amber just makes herself look more guilty. The harder she tries to prove she's innocent. Like, if something's true, you don't linger on it, right? You just say it. Like, there's no need to linger, but Amber's beyond lingering. Now she's loitering and she's about to get a ticket from a cop for it.
Of people asking me questions.
Hey girl, so I've been following you pretty consistently since the pandemic started.
Hey Amberlynn, it's Maggie. So Becky said you were a good singer. Why don't you sing?
Okay, that's a face, Amber. What are you proving? This person has a face. Yes, this is a real one. Oh my god, she thinks she's proving something right now. I can't. Oh my god.
By Miley Cyrus for us.
Are there any Lego sets or Lego adjacent sets that you have your eye on?
Another face. What is she proving?
Hey Amberlynn, so my question is, if you could only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your...
See, Amber, if you showed it like this, we would believe you. You're not doing this. She knows it. And that's what's annoying, is that I'm sitting here complaining about the thing that she knows I would complain about. Like, and I just feel,
And that was when I only had like 13,000 subscribers.
Girl,
now I have
people
almost...
had a face. These voices have obvious AI.
250,000. All right, so now let's get into Sippin' Community, where I leave a community tab every single week for you guys to talk about concerns, topics, ask me questions, whatever it may be. So let's get into it. Why do you go after married couples?
Who asked that? No, for real though, Amber, come on. And she can't make this lip fit. I thought it was over this. Now this is gonna go back into my subconscious and give me a weird dream again. Look at her face. I can't. I mean, she's making the face because, like, here's the thing, is that, like, if she didn't know that Erica was married at first, I don't know if I buy that, but she eventually learned she was. And then even Amber admits, well, she said they were just married for financial reasons. Girl, you outed yourself. You admitted that. She said, oh, we're just together for financial reasons. You're a piece of crap for, like, trying to get between a friggin' marriage. Like, that's so weird. I can't. I can't. This is like Anyway.
I don't. I have only ever talked to one person who has been married, and they messaged me first, and I was
and then what, Amber? And then what? Stop acting like that's the end of the story. See, I would understand if you got a message from a married person and then you found out they were married, right? So you backed off, right? I get that. Girl. And then she, oh my God, the gall. I can't, this is rent free. She has so much gall. Like, and to this day, she's creeping on the wife's Instagram or whatever. It's like, I can't. Anyway.
Impression that they were actually single in an open marriage and only
then
together
what?
for financial reasons.
Right. See? So what? So she's married for financial reasons, so you decided to hang around in a toxic situationship? What's the matter with you, Amber? This is rent free. I can't. This is on my I can't get over this. I can't. All right, I'm moving.
Feel knowing you have similar aggressive tendencies as your father. So this question made me feel uncomfy because you guys don't really know anything about my dad actually at all. Do you think your family talks about how worried they are for you behind your back? Do they say it to your face? Do they not address it at all? I actually have never thought about it. Like, I genuinely don't know if they talk about being worried about me behind my back. Like, I've never even thought about that before. They've never said anything to my face about it. The only time the topic of like weight comes up is if I bring it up first. Did you have a crush on Crystal's dad? Oh my God, another question.
You never thought about that, Amber? Sorry about this, but you never thought about if you're... See, Amber doesn't even worry about herself, so I imagine that would never cross her mind, actually. Anyway.
That makes me so freaking uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Crystal's dad genuinely was like a dad to me.
Yeah, that was a weird question. Has she said that she had a crush on her dad, on Crystal's... Has Amber said that she had a crush on Crystal's dad? Like, has that come up? I don't remember this. Anyway.
We got extremely close in that way. The dynamic we had was very father-daughter, and like I was planning on being with Crystal for the rest of my life, so he was like a father-in-law to me. Do you see any similar behaviors between yourself and your biological father? I genuinely am like a lot
questions about her dad.
Like my mom, and I feel like my brother, the one that's closer to me in age, the one that's a year and a half younger than me, I feel like he is a lot like my dad. Do you secretly fear getting to a normal size? No. Look.
Oh, well, you're never gonna get there, so that's what she had. I have all these things coming to my head. Yeah, no, she doesn't fear it because she's not expecting it at all. It's not even in her mind. So your hopes and your fears are basically the same. That's why there's a hopes and fears area of like a Celtic cross when you read tarot. Anyway, so your hopes and fears are basically the same thing. You hope for something while also and it depends on your mind frame, Amber, if you're hoping or fearing it, right? Yeah, anyway, so it's just more proof it's never gonna happen.
Looking back, do you think it was okay to keep expecting Destiny to drive you around and be responsible for you post breakup? This actually reminds me of an Instagram message that I received like a couple weeks ago. Let me go see if I can find it. Hold on. I found it. Oh, wow. Why was Becca
20 minutes to find a message because she's so popular and she gets so many.
Allowed to rely on you after the breakup, but people are pissed that you relied on Destiny once a week for groceries after you two broke up. Destiny put you in that position. You moved to Kentucky for her, and then she broke up with you months later after cheating on you. You didn't know anyone there. You didn't have a car. You didn't have anything. So
wow,
with
Amber loves this. Amber loves this.
Everyone's logic of how Destiny didn't need to be there for you after the breakup, then you didn't have to be there for Beck. Beck was in this position because of you, and you were in that position because of Destiny. There's no sympathy for you because you needed groceries once a week but they expected you to pay for Beck's whole life after the breakup, after everything you already did for them while you were together. Make it make sense. And sorry if this is triggering, but why did you have to treat Beck like a child during their renal failure? But everyone says that your cancer should have been taken care of by you because you're an adult. These people lack such brain skills that it frightens me to even be a part of this community. Whoa. Yup. I'm genuinely just gonna leave that there because...
All right, I need to go back and point by point, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta like point by... That was a lot.
in this position because...
I gotta like... I can't. Diana, thank you so much for the super chat. They said, I wanted to give memberships, but I can't do that on my phone. Oh, thank you, Diana. That's so sweet of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Stevie said she wrote this. Alright, guys, don't worry. Oh, Cecily, thank you so much for gifting memberships. That's so sweet. Oh, that's so... Thank you so much. Guys, I got a member stream tomorrow at noon, by the way, so... I've got a new schedule. I go live Fridays and Sundays at noon, and, like, I love that schedule, so... I hope you can make it. I
found it. Why was Beck allowed to rely on you after the breakup, but people are pissed that you relied on Destiny once a week for growth?
Okay. All right, I need to go back. I'm sorry. I know. Hold on. Let me... One more. I have to, like...
I found it. Why was Beck allowed to rely on you after the breakup?
How did Beck... Like, how was Beck relying on Amber after the breakup? Am I, like, confused? Wasn't Amber keeping Beck there to be, like, a side character in her live streams? In what universe? Like, Beck got a place and left. What is this? How did Beck rely on her? Guys, I'm dead serious. How? Beck was staying there because you wanted Beck in your live streams. Am I twisted? Beck was literally wiping her. Sorry. Excuse me. I don't like talking about that. I really don't like talking about that. But literally. Cecily points out Beck was also still mourning. That's true. Oh, Tiny Blue. It's beautiful here. I love where I live. I'm like so blessed. Hiccuping Duck said Beck was promised money by Amber for the live streams and Amber took her inheritance. So, yeah, she left Beck with nothing. She was going to pay her, but she was like, actually, I have to use that to help pay bills for your half of the rent. Which Beck was not paying the whole time. Like, you can't... Anyway.
But people are pissed that you relied on Destiny once a week for groceries after you two broke up.
Well, I guess Amber needed Destiny to do that because there was no, like, Uber and stuff. That's just, like, making fun. Well, I wouldn't say we're pissed. We just pointed out.
Destiny put you in that position.
No, Amber's an adult. Amber put herself in that position. Like, this person's talking about Amber as if Amber's a child. Amber's an adult. Amber should be able to... If Amber's unable to get her own groceries, this is something that needs to be addressed as an adult. Am I wrong? Like, getting groceries is something you're gonna have to do anyway, Amber. Amber wasn't put in any situation. I can't. Alright. I needed to go point by point like this.
You moved to Kentucky for her, and then she broke up with you months later.
Can you blame her? Does she even watch Amber's vlogs? Amber must have wrote this one. Oh, Jamie, thank you so much for the super chat. She said Amber was supposed to pay Beck for the streaming. Absolutely, she was. Yeah, she was. And you know, but she didn't because she needed the money for rent. So that was so that's Amber. Like, I guess she had a bad month on YouTube because you know how she like doesn't post for weeks at a time sometimes. So she made Beck pay for that. Good Lord.
After cheating on you.
Well, I mean, look, relationships don't work sometimes when you're an adult. Like, you want them to work out. Sometimes relationships, friendships don't work. You know, that just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you gotta, I don't know, like buy groceries, like like Amber, if you can't even feed yourself, then you probably shouldn't even be in a relationship. You gotta take care of yourself. Jeez Louise.
You didn't know anyone there. You didn't have a car. You didn't have anything. So with
Amber put herself there. Why is this person talking like Amber's a victim? There's no way an actual person wrote this. I'm sorry. This is absurd. They're talking about Amber like she's 12 here. She's an adult. She got herself to Kentucky. She could get herself out like she did. Diana has been a member for 19 months. They said Amber did not make this text. It was ChatGPT. Blank said Amber was back to her heaviest when Beck broke up with her. She needed Beck to be there anyways. Right.
Everyone's logic of how Destiny didn't need to be there for you after the breakup, then you didn't have to be there for Beck.
She's like gritting her teeth. She said, I do the same thing when I see my kitten. It makes me like grit my teeth together because it's so cute. You know, that's how much she literally, look at her lips. Like, that's how much she loves this. This is like scratching some kind of itch in her brain. I could tell this, like, she feels so validated right now.
Beck was in this position because of you, and you were in that position because of Destiny. There's no sympathy for you because you needed groceries once a week, but they expected you to pay for Beck's whole life after the breakup.
What? What whole life after? She left after the breakup. Amber kept her there as long as she could. I can't. This is delusional. Like, this is delusional.
After everything you already did for them while you were together, make it make sense.
She was white. All she did for Beck. What? It sounded like Beck was doing an awful lot for Amber that they're conveniently omitting.
And
that's how you know it was written by Amber, because Amber acts like that was nothing. That's just an average thing that the average girlfriend does. That's how Amber thinks about that whole like rags stuff. Anyway.
If this is triggering, but why did you have to treat Beck like a child during their renal failure? But everyone says that your cancer should have been taken care of by you because you're an adult. These people lack such brain skills.
Who thought Beck should be treated like a child? I can't even listen to this. This is like not reality. This is literally not reality. Like, who's saying that Beck needs to be treated like a child? What are they even talking about? Wow. This is like... Oh, Mafia Man's been a member for 29 months. Unbelievable. He said, I'm late. Imagine 29... Wait. Imagine 29... M. Almost like a car payment. What's that, 29M? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, 29 months. Wow, I'm so stupid. Sorry. 29 months. Yeah, that is a car payment. That's like, you know, payment. That's a cell phone. It's like a cell phone thing.
It frightens me to even be a part of this community.
Girl, bye. Bye.
Whoa.
Look, Amber is so bad. There's no way that this was written by a person. Girl, come on. And if this was written by a person, this was written by someone who has watched Amber once. So, or something. Mom Amy said, when Beck was in renal failure, Amber was still making her go to get her food and shopping. So, yeah, okay. And also, Katie said her Her cancer should have been taken care of by her. She was constantly bleeding. Yet never went to the doctor. Yeah. I mean, anyway. This was tough to listen to, guys.
Yup. I'm genuinely just gonna leave that there because
Girl, all right. Go ahead. I can't.
Amber, I care about you. Can you please stop lying about how much you're eating? You might think
thank you.
it's harmless, but you're definitely making people like me eat even less because I want to stay healthy. So when I do what I ate today videos, those are 100% accurate. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing what I ate today videos because I am on track. It is hard for me to film what I ate today videos when I'm off track because it's shameful. It's embarrassing. Like, why do I want to show that? Plus, I know the type of...
See, that's like, she needs help because why are you like feeling shame for eating? You eat when you're hungry, right? So where's the shame? Like, she needs... It's like those are emotions that shouldn't be involved. There shouldn't be emotions involved with it. You eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're not. And, you know, people, it's just some people have a problem with that, obviously, and they need help. Like Amber here, you know, friggin'. I can't. Anyway.
reaction that I will receive. Just out of curiosity.
I just, all right. So that, anyway, now we know why she only lost a pound. You know, because she doesn't eat on track most days. She needs something strict. She's got to do something like hardcore, and she's done it before. And when she has gone like hard, like remember she did friggin' OMAD, and she stuck to that for a while. She mentioned low carb was not hard for her to do. Like she liked the, you know, like a child, she likes being told what to do to an extent. You know, children kind of like rules, and I think of Amber as like an overgrown child. So, you know, it's just the problem is that she talks herself into not following these things anymore. She's so arrogant. She thinks she knows more than it. It's weird.
So a diabetic. Do you take medications for health problems? So first of all, you said also a diabetic. I'm not a diabetic. I'm not even a pre-diabetic. And no, I don't take any medication at all.
Oh, girl, you are the friggin'... She's the picture perfect of health. She doesn't need to lose a pound. She's the perfect weight. The Lint review. All
right, you guys, now it is time for the Lint review. That means you guys get to interview me using voice memos. And the way you can do that is go to my Instagram. If you're unable to send me a voice memo, just send me a little microphone emoji. I will send you a smiley face emoji back, and then you can send your voice memo. And I do not care if you use AI voice generator. I can understand if someone does not want their voice in my video.
Okay, all right. So now Amber's basically telling us to expect more of these AI voices.
I will not care. So if you sent me a voice memo weeks and weeks ago, you still have a chance to be chosen because I choose old ones and I choose new ones. All right, let's get into it.
Can you see yourself doing social media for the rest of your life, or do you think that you'll choose another career path someday?
This is a British accent, right? I mean, I know you guys were making fun of me yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last time we did this. Is this yet another British accent? I can't.
Slay.
Slay. I can genuinely see myself doing YouTube for the rest of my life. I feel like YouTube is one of those things that is like ever growing. And it's kind of like a TV show. Like people tell me all the time, like, Amberlynn, you're my reality show.
Yeah, no, it's true. I actually stopped. I used to watch reality TV, but Amber's like the best reality TV because it's real.
You said you prefer dieting over exercise.
Oh, this is definitely AI.
Have you looked into the benefits of exercise, or have your opinions changed at all?
Okay, so in my opinion, as I've said it before, as someone who's like, I've lost a lot of weight, I kept it off for over a decade, exercise is not, especially when you have as much weight to lose as Amber, I don't even think that exercise should be talked about. I'm being serious, because you don't burn that many calories exercising. I don't know why people think it's that big of a deal for exercise. It helps in some ways, but when you're Amber's size, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Like, when I was really big, I didn't start exercising until I lost at least 50 pounds with diet, because otherwise exercise would be too painful. And diet is how you lose weight. I'm annoyed whenever, people act like going to the gym is gonna, like, help you lose weight. And when you're Amber's size, it just doesn't. In fact, if anything, it's gonna make you hungry. And you're gonna overeat. Friggin', I remember how it felt. I used to run. I know I'm disabled now, but I'd be starving after a run. I used to run before I ate, because I'd be starving afterward. So, no, I don't think. So, that's my personal. I don't know what Amber's gonna say, and I know Amber knows way more about weight and weight management than I do. But in my opinion, and exercise is great for other reasons, for your mental health, for your strength, for everything. Like, it's great. It helps you feel better and all of it, but it's just not a weight thing. I wish it were kept separate. In fact, you gain one muscle, you gain weight, right? Like, anyway, I don't know. Now, it does help raise your metabolism, like, a little bit. Like, you go for a run, like I used to go for a 3-mile run. Sure, I can have a cookie now. 1. You don't burn that much doing it anyway.
Love you, by the way.
This is the first one that actually sounded like AI to me. But yes, the benefits of exercise is it's really good for your heart. It helps with your stamina. It's good to get your blood flowing. I genuinely don't feel like it has to be used to lose weight. You can lose weight without exercising.
Yes, absolutely you can. I think that if you're a very heavy person, like, you got, like, more than 50 pounds to lose, absolutely just focus on diet, because changing your diet is, like, enough. But what happens is people think they got to change the diet, but they also got to start going to a gym. They got to find a gym. They got to shop for gym clothes. They got to go to a gym, pack food for the gym. Like, no, just focus on your diet. That's it. The weight will come off as long as you stick with it. But if you're cramming all this, exercise stuff in your brain too, that you're not used to, it's gonna seem like too much, and you'll fail, and you'll never lose weight anyway.
But for me, exercising is really good for your heart health, and that's why I got a Fitbit, because I want to.
That's why I got a Fitbit.
Start walking more.
Hey there, Amber.
So you need a Fitbit to walk, of course. You can't just walk around, the block for free. No, you can't do that.
I've been a subscriber for a while, and I wanted to say that I'm really proud of you for persevering despite what goes on around you. My question is,
she thinks what Amber's doing right now is persevering. It looks like spiraling. It looks like circling a drain to me. Like, freaking
related though, and I was wondering if you've ever tried crocheting before. Because Legos, they have a lot of attention to detail and stuff, so I thought maybe you'd like crochet too, because you can buy cute yarn and you can make accessories for yourself or for Twinkie. And is it something that you've ever tried, or maybe you would try for fun in the future? Have a good rest of your morning.
Aw, thank you so much. And I have tried to crochet.
And I love to binge your content while I paint. I think it's just the sound of your voice. I like to hear about your introspective. I like to hear about your story. So thank you for putting that out to the world, because there are people that appreciate you and enjoy it. My question, though, is that I know that you're a Miley girl just like I am. And
Liz Esquire said, or Liz-esque. I'm assuming that that's short for Esquire. Anyway, Liz said, weight loss happens in the kitchen. Cliche because it's true. Oh, she really likes this question, whatever it is, so I'm going to skip it. Yeah, that's, wait, where am I? Yeah, that's where you lose weight, and it's because you stop eating junk. I hate to say it. I honest to God think that the people, if you want to lose weight and you have, a lot of weight to lose, the only thing you have to do is to stop eating takeout. Because I think that people eat too much takeout. I think that I think people are addicted to takeout, and yeah, so they're eating out all the time instead of just making something at home, and that's why people are fat. I hate to say it, you can't it's not healthy food, and it's calorie dense, and hell yeah, it should be. No, I don't know, Tiny Blue. Maybe, I don't know. The thing is, I couldn't be a coach for someone who has like obvious eating issues like Amber, because it's not that I can't relate, but you know, I was never the type of person to not be able to stop myself eating. You know, like who physically couldn't stop myself from ordering Uber Eats. That's not me. So those types of people need help. You know, but Amber is like, she knows more than the doctors, the psychologist. So
I wanted to know if you have heard any of the
Katie said, watching this while eating Wendy's. Girl, it's not like I don't get Burger King every once in a while myself. It's just, you know, we're not 500 pounds. Blue Hoodie said, Justine, she can't change overnight. Well, that's a good point.
Oh, wait, she sent another one. Hold on.
Wait, don't listen to that one. Let me start again.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I live.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to know if you've listened to the first
This girl seems so nice, you know. I
3
love her.
drops of the new album. So it's supposed to be a visual album, but what I think
I don't know what they're talking about. Sorry, guys, I don't care.
First of all, listen to everything. It's hectic.
Hi,
Hi.
hello from the UK, Amber.
Another one. Another British one. Sorry.
My question to you
See,
is,
this annoys me because the British have an opinion about us, about Americans. I figure, you know, they just, I'm sure that they assume that we're all like Amber. Okay, if you guys know what I mean by that. And so that's annoying that so many British people watch Amber. There's other American YouTubers.
what is 3 things you would change about your past relationships and friendships?
Look at Twinkie.
AKA, just 3 things you would have done differently. It doesn't matter if it's from your relationship with Beck or from your relationship with Tommy.
Is she gonna pull a Kamala here and be like, nah, I wouldn't change anything? Sorry, that was political, sorry. But it's true. You know Amber doesn't think she would have changed anything.
Or from, like, your friendship with Alexis or anybody else. What is...
No. Whatever happens with these relationships, Amber's just a pure victim of it, guys. She wouldn't
3
change a thing.
things you would do differently? Also, I'm a very big fan. Thank you for your reply on my birthday.
Aww.
I'm so nervous to do this. Thank you.
Aww.
Was it her birthday?
Thank you. You did great. So 3 things that
I don't know if that didn't sound like AI to me. I don't know.
I would change in
Jamie said she gets this question every week. It's a good point. It sounds familiar.
my past relationship.
Maybe she gets the question every week because she submits it herself somehow every week, or she chooses this question every week because she needs to revise what she said last time. Now, so I need to investigate what she said. Oh, thank you. 12's my limit said I'm English and I don't think that, Justine. Thank you. Anyway, I'll let Amber talk.
Relationships are 1, not as controlling. 2, learn how to regulate
She said that before. Not as controlling. Not as controlling too.
my emotions more, so I'm not
your
as
emotions-
sensitive and
Right.
my emotions aren't as like hyper. Like I'm too
Right.
hyper aware of everything, so I notice
She's said these before, so I feel like she's like rehearsed this at this point.
everything. So then it makes me super sensitive, and it all kind of just goes in this like cycle.
So she's using the present tense when she describes this, which means this is still. It means that this is something that, like, she hasn't addressed. It just is what it is. It's just who she is. If you want to date her, just get used to it.
So definitely that. And 3, not being so anxiously attached.
Amber.
I don't know, guys. I guess we have yet to see if Amber's actually, like, do we think that Amber's less anxiously attached all of a sudden?
Lynn, baby.
baby girl, listen to me. I am drunk as absolute shit. I know I've only got a minute, but I need you to know. My BFF Rachel, I know she sent you a little microphone recently, so you know you're going to get an audio message from her. But honestly, you need to listen to what she got to say. You know she's being a little bit passive aggressive, but she's just trying to help. You know she the home dog for real. Don't ever let women like Rachel bring you down.
What?
JK, she's just trying to help. Bring her up, babes. Bring her up.
Okay,
But
so,
let's be
all right. So I guess this is we're getting to know the mind frame of one of Amber's supporters here.
honest. I got a few more seconds. You are crazy, girl. I was in a relationship like that, and that was just crazy. Don't ever do that shit again. From her end and from yours, baby girl. Love you, hectic Ambi.
She's probably talking about your toxic crap with Erica that you won't let go of. That you still managed to bring up in this friggin' episode, too.
I'm sorry, let me go find Rachel's voice memo because I am lost right now.
Diana said, take the phone away from that girl.
Oh, that was funny.
That was funny. She had like good, I could tell, like she had like good energy. I guess these people just haven't been watching Amber long.
Oh, this says Rachel. Oh my god. Is this the Rachel? Okay.
Are we gonna have our last? Hey Amber, I'm a little drunk, but I wanted to say that I also have borderline personality disorder.
So I guess her supporters got to get drunk before they. Jamie said, I don't know if I can listen to this anymore. I know it's hard because they're drunk, and I don't want to make fun of them because they're drunk, and it's just. I hate to say it, but this is. Man. Anyway.
To a certain extent, you can't use it as an excuse.
Pop off.
It's an explanation only. You have to
It's an explanation. I mean, we're agreeing so far. Keep going.
take a step back and think, what if I was the problem? I promise.
Girly pop, relatable.
Well, Amber, all you did was blame other people this whole episode.
Go to my journal entries. They all say, what if I am the problem? Have you ever heard of the song TV by Billie Eilish?
I don't believe. I can't. Why do we got to go to your private journal entries? Why don't you just be a little more humble or whatever?
Where it's like, maybe I'm the problem, maybe I'm the problem. It says it over and over, and then the audience joins in, and it's like this whole beautiful moment of like everyone just saying, maybe I'm the problem. When that part...
You need to give an example of a time that, for me to believe this, I'm expecting her to give an example of her realizing she was the problem. Because as of right now, this all sounds like a fairy tale. I hate to say it, because I've never heard Amber, like, ask herself over and over again in something like this. Like, am I the problem? No. You always, like, blame other people. You're still blaming Beck. Beck relied on me. Like, are you serious, Amber? Let go. Jeez.
Comes on.
Dang it.
I literally feel my soul, like, leave my body because I'm like, bro, maybe I am the problem. So relatable. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep doing this.
Give an example. It just doesn't sound genuine.
Don't hate you just because you're fat. You can be
There is a lot of people who hate me just because I'm fat.
I mean, maybe there are, like, people, like, but no, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, there's always going to be that jerk in the comments, fatty boom boom or whatever, but I mean, I don't know, that stops bothering me in middle school. So, anyway.
I will say that. But that could be in a whole separate thing. Like, there are people who hate me because I'm fat, and then there's people who hate me because I have done things that are kind of hectic.
I see, another thing is I think she assumes people hate her who don't. For example, I don't hate Amber. I don't hate Amber at all. At all. I couldn't make these if I hated Amber. I mean, like, that's... I figure, like, maybe she would think I hate Amber. Maybe she would think I hate her because I make these. It's like, no, friggin', I wouldn't say I hate her. Like, geez, that's not the word I would use. at all. I would kind of say I hate reacting to like 30-minute videos a little bit, but this has been a really fun one to react to. So,
and they've been online, so people have seen that.
Asshole. And you take therapy seriously. Everyone leaves and quote unquote turns on you because you're the problem. That's harsh, but your online behavior portrays you as a mean ass bitch. And your past partners just show that it's true. I hope that
she drunk.
And really take therapy seriously and get your BP tree on control.
BP tree?
It's really serious and you need to fix it.
Girl, relatable. We both need to fix it. That was a lot. I love a drunk voice memo. That was fun.
I just really wanted to.
she didn't say anything. All she did was say it was fun because she was drunk. She never said anything about ever taking accountability. She's totally using BPD as an excuse because, like, we all know people with, like, so what, Amber, you're trying to say that, like, a BPD diagnosis is like it's a terminal condition, like you're going to be terminally toxic for the rest of your life and there's nothing you can do about it? That's such an effed up message to give your audience, that like there's nothing you can do. How infuriating. Anyway, yeah, she is. Okay, Hiccuping Duck said she's telling the truth. I'm not sure what you mean, but Amber, like, immediately clicking off that message and going to the next one, was Amber telling the truth? Because Amber didn't say a single thing that she would, I don't know, she didn't say anything that she's learned or improved from since her diagnosis. She's only used it as an excuse for her shitty behavior. That's it. She wouldn't even say, hey, I learned not to, like, be in a cheating relationship with a married woman. She wouldn't even say that. And that one's obvious. Come on.
To know if you would ever do a video talking about, repairing your relationship with your mom, because I know that you two have been through a lot, and it probably was a long process to work through everything, and did you guys heal from everything that happened? And I just want to say that I really love you, and don't listen to the haters, honestly.
I love you too.
Oh no, don't listen to Don't listen to people like me, Amber. You are perfect the way you are.
I probably would not do a video talking about mine and my mom's relationship and like repairing it or anything like that, because I feel like I just don't want that subject touched.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate that. Thank you, Amber.
I also think that's like a big reason of why it's like I don't talk a lot about foster care.
Yeah, freaking Hiccuping Duck said the drunk girl was speaking the truth about how she's got to get her life together. And that's how, I hate to say it, but that's how Amber will finally get her self-esteem, is by getting her shit together, by realizing that she's the one in charge of her own life and taking steps to improve her life, knowing that she's the only one who can change it.
Or the things that I went through before I went to foster care or in foster care, because there just are certain subjects that I'm just like,
hey Coco,
I don't want that touched by the internet.
As somebody who also lives in Oklahoma, I'm interested to know, what are 2 things you like about living in Oklahoma, and what are 2 things you don't like about living in Oklahoma?
That's hard to answer, because I feel like my answers for like what I like isn't really because it's Oklahoma itself. But 1, I love being near my mom. And 2, I love my apartment. So I don't know if that's like Oklahoma itself. I will say in Oklahoma, I feel a lot more accepted. People don't look at me like I'm a monster. People don't look at my legs and like, oh my God, they're huge. I feel more accepted. 2 things I don't like.
Sorry guys. Rosie, honey, this is a good girl. You gotta like, be quiet now. Sorry guys.
Not like that there's like no mountains. Like, where are the mountains? It is so flat.
Yeah.
And I also absolutely despise that I live in Tornado Alley. Like,
yeah, that would scare me.
What?
Hey Amberlynn, I'm actually so excited to send you this voice message. So my question for you is, would you ever consider getting weight loss surgery again? I know you did in the past and
I'm interested in this.
Things didn't work out, but would you ever consider it again?
Well, Amber's a weight loss queen. She doesn't need a tool like that to lose weight. She can lose weight intuitively.
No matter what, I support you, so excited to see your answer.
Aw, thank you. But right now in like my current life, without giving like a million different reasons, my answer is no. Weight loss surgery is not something that I'm interested in, but that doesn't mean that I will not change.
She's losing weight on her own.
For mine in the future.
Hi, Amberlynn. So I wanted to ask you, my question is, have you ever thought about doing like public or like in-person meetups, or even like at some point going to like different states and like meeting people
She would need a ride.
in person?
No. I'm way too anxious for that. Like, I have a lot of paranoia, and the whole time I'd be like,
Amber wouldn't be able to control the angles from which people can see her, so.
oh my God, is someone gonna show up with? And that is me being absolutely, without a doubt, 100% transparent right now. I love going in public and meeting you guys. Like, I am recognized a lot.
Does she really think that? Jeez. Wow.
And it is special to me, and it means a lot to me. You guys are always super sweet, but like designating a time and a place would make me way too anxious. I would genuinely be too afraid that the wrong person would show up.
Yeah, but yeah, paranoia. That's what I was getting at, Cat Lou. Like, that's like, you can tell that she doesn't go many places, you know. That's anyway.
That could just be my paranoia, but like stranger and crazier and more hectic things have happened.
Hello, Amberlynn. I've been watching you for a long time. My name is Miranda, and I've been watching since around
That's Amber, I think, thinking that. Remember, this is what I was saying before when I was like, I wouldn't say I hate you, Amber. Like, she chooses that word. Like, she thinks that people would actually show up to a meetup with something like that because they hate her so bad. I feel like she should talk to someone about that.
2019.
Not crazy. I shouldn't say that, but you know, she needs help. Friggin'.
So the Beck era. Anyway, my question for you is, I understand that YouTube is your main
Kelly said, bring your chair for AB's world tour. Stop.
source of income. What plans do you really have for yourself in case YouTube were to fall through or something were to happen and you had to find a new source? Thank you.
I would just apply for other jobs. And
she would get a job anywhere. She has tons of skills and she's smarter than all of us.
Have enough money in the bank and saved up that I wouldn't be like too scared or too worried about it. But it would just be like anyone else getting like fired.
Amber's so successful. She's ready to retire already, it sounds like.
Paid off, or like their company that they work at no longer exists or whatever. Like, you would just find another job.
Amber, I love you. And I was just wondering, what would you do if Zachary and Michael never came back to YouTube?
Well...
So this must be old because Zach just posted yesterday, right? Or the other day? Anyway.
He did come back, and I wouldn't really do anything. I would be concerned for his mental health because, like, obviously his mental health got really bad if he didn't return. But then at the same time, I'd be like, well, he's improving his mental health because he's not returning to something that made his mental health bad, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't do anything. I would...
Psychology Lynn has them all figured out, it sounds like.
I'll just keep making my content as per usual.
Hey, Amberlynn. So...
Right, Lola said Amber is afraid of reaction channels showing up to her meet and greets. That's what I'm getting at. Like, and that's what she thinks a reaction channel would do. She thinks that we hate her that much. It's...
Remember when you tried mayo and ramen and everybody kind of lost their minds and was super judgy?
I did not know they were super judgy.
It was actually like, okay, Chef Lynn, that might actually slap because...
No, really, I would be willing to try that because... I don't know, I put things, when I make ramen, I'll put like, what did I put in? I had some for breakfast. I put butter in it today, a little butter, right? I don't know. Like, that might not be bad. I imagine it would make it creamy and creamier and a little sourer. I don't know.
Like when my ramen's creamy, I usually do milk and butter in mine. But one day I ran out of milk and I thought of you.
And they said butter. Okay, so I don't feel strange.
Mayo and sour cream, and honestly, it did slap. So I have to know, are there any other food combos or things like you secretly love that the internet.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Lola said Zach posted a new reaction today as well. I didn't see that. I wonder if it's an Amber react, because I think I didn't watch his whole I'm Back video, but he was saying he wasn't sure if he wanted to react to Amber because, you know, the material, I think we took a break around the same time because the material got really heavy there for a minute. Friggin'. And it must have been tough for Zach because he basically does this as a job, right? I have the luxury that I can step back and disappear for a few weeks and it's okay, but you know, Zach, yeah, so anyway. I don't know why, I don't know. I kind of hope, what I was getting at is I kind of hope that Zach reacted to Amber, but I didn't see that. I don't know if he did.
Might think is weird or roast you for. Please be brave and share it for us adventurous little foodies. Thank you.
I gotta pee, guys. I have to interrupt this. Nope. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. I gotta go pee. Just, if new people come in and they're like, why is the screen black? Just say, well, because Justine had to pee, because she thinks it's a great idea to have a cup of coffee at 5 o'clock friggin' in the afternoon. Dang it. I'll be right back. Alright, hang on. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Okay. Hey, everybody. Oh, you okay? Oh, you guys were asking if I was okay, guys. I'm okay. I just had to, I just don't, I don't know. I don't like to, like, if I have to get up, I don't want to friggin', I don't want you guys to watch me do that. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. So when I did the whole mayo and ramen thing, I actually had people contact me saying, like, it's really not that weird.
Yeah, I want to try it myself. I think it would, yeah, because that's just like, what do you call it? That's basically oil, right? Like, or at least I use vegan mayo. That's basically oil, and normal mayo is like egg in oil, so that's a pretty normal thing to put in ramen, I think.
But in other cultures. And I was like, oh, so maybe that's how my cousin originally learned. But I'm telling you, so good. Try it. But some other weird food combinations that I like, I really like a bagel with for taco. Where
You know what Amber, what kind of food combination Amber should try? Friggin' a Whole Foods plant-based one. Yeah, that's right.
Talk about some rumors. Are they tea or are they tail? Let's get into it. All Amberlynn does in her members live streams is show the ceiling. This is such a hectic statement to make because I'm on live for 2 hours.
Wait, where does she get these rumors from? Did I skip that? Is she just saying what the rumor is? Anyway.
Hours, and I have 2 pets, and I have my...
And Jamie said she doesn't need to add more calories to ramen. That's funny.
Self. So when I show the ceiling, it is because I'm like, oh, we need a break. It is either because I am peeing, I'm feeding Twinkie, like, oh, he took a eater box. Oh, he took a dump for real. All right, I'm gonna go pee. Clean that little...
Well, at least I heard a litter box. I don't know what I was afraid of. I don't know why I would... Of course her cats would have a litter box, right?
Box. And then I will be right back.
She looks really drunk and high in this one. Was she? I'm not a member, but those of you... Are any of you like a member of Amber's? Like, she looks really, really lit here. I mean...
Or it's because Twinkie wants to get up on the couch and she doesn't want to jump. So
she asked for rumors in her Insta story. I mean, she could, like, put a screenshot. I'm just saying. Oh, Megan was saying she left constantly. She was drinking White Claws. Oh,
to pick her up.
I hate those.
It's only
it tastes like water. It tastes like water, but with alcohol in it. I don't get... With a little flavoring. I don't get those. My sister drinks those. We have them in the fridge right now. Anyway,
like I need to genuinely go do and attend to. And sometimes, which it hasn't happened in the last few weeks, thankfully, but sometimes I get really anxious and I just need a minute. Like,
I get it, Amber. You got a lot going on. You have a busy life. You know, sometimes you just don't even have time to talk to your paying members who are paying $9.99 a month.
Genuinely a minute before I actually have an anxiety attack on live stream. I do not want that. So out of a 2-hour live stream...
Oh, Cecily said, quote, Twinkie doesn't want to jump. She can't. Twinkie can't jump. Sure doesn't look like Twinkie can jump. Twinkie looks a little heavy for that. Twinkie can probably jump about as high as Simba can.
Maybe there's 5 minutes of you guys just communicating together, but thankfully my supporters are extremely understanding that I do have things that I have to do in my home. And a lot of people tell me, Amberlynn, do not hold your bladder. Like, get up and pee if you have to pee. And I'm not going to feel good that was true. So I don't even have a third rumor today. Normally I like to do 3 of them.
Well, Amber's so, you know, she's so unproblematic. She doesn't have a third rumor. Yeah, Cecily said Whole Foods plant-based would be great because she could eat so friggin' much and still lose. That's the best. I mean, that's the best thing about it. And it's the same thing with, like, the starch solution was, like, a Whole Foods plant-based diet. And, like, you eat so much. I remember I did High Carb Hannah's, the monthly menu, which is, like, it was a starch solution plan, and I felt like when I was doing her eating plan, I was eating all day. In fact, usually by dinner, I didn't feel like I kept running into that problem. I wasn't even hungry for dinner, and I never felt like making it. Like, that was anyway, so I that's why I always want Amber to try it, even though I know she'll never do it. I just know because I know that she would like it a lot. Friggin'.
I literally went to Instagram and I was like, send me rumors. And every rumor that I saw, I was just like, this is dumb. I've talked about this before a million different times. Well, that's not true. Well, that's something my lawyer said I can't talk about. I was trying
That's the... No way! It's so funny. That's like, I can't. did she really, like, claim that, like, her lawyer says she can't talk about stuff? Stop it. Oh my god.
And so hard.
Well, friggin' Anastasia said if she went plant-based, she'd only buy snacks. You can't do that with a Whole Foods plant-based diet. Is something different. They don't make Whole Foods plant-based snacks, okay? They just don't. Maybe Lara bars, but nah, they don't make them. They don't. I mean, you're eating nothing but whole plant foods. You're not eating potato chips like a normal vegan diet. It's very, it's different anyway.
To find
but
one
I
that
think
was
she
true.
would like. I do think she would like it. I think she would like it because she seemed to thrive with really strict plans before, and I think it's because it does keep her addiction at bay.
Oh, and like genuinely, there's just none that are like true right now because it's shit that I've talked about ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum, like what, Amber? Like it's just there. It's usually just stuff you don't feel like addressing because it makes you look bad.
All right, on to the next thing, which is bad choices. We're gonna choose
Amber,
5 of the
you're every choice you make is a bad one.
And answer them. And I've had people who are like, why does she do this part? Like, this is so weird and random. It's because
Kilwell said a Whole Foods plant-based snack is corn. But you can't even do corn snacks because you don't have any oil with the Whole Foods plant-based diet, man. Anyway.
I like weird and random. I like the type of questions that they ask. Like, it's things that are so crazy absurd. And I like absurd things sometimes.
Amber, you're absurd.
Would you shave your eyebrows off for $1,000? No.
Yes.
Have you ever secretly?
Well, would they grow? That's only 1,000. Actually, never mind. I wouldn't do it because I don't think at my age, I'm not confident that they would grow back. As you know, I really like my eyebrows, so I don't think I would.
Really thought that you would make a really good gangster. No. What? Would you never have sex again in your life for $3 million?
Oh yes, easily. Sorry.
Oh my god, that is crazy. The answer is no. I would rather have sex than have 3.
Are you serious? Well, I guess there's different. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you agree with me, they're type 1. Am I weird? Sorry. Like, that was the quickest, oh, I'd do it, that I've ever said. Easily. I do it for less than that. I hate to... Maybe I'm old. $3
million. Have you ever been caught having sex?
Freaking, it'll probably happen anyway, now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but... Ew, I don't want to know this. Sorry, guys. Ew. What's next?
Allowed to talk about what I want. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy it.
Why would you want to talk about that? Of all the things in the world that you can talk about, that's what you want to talk about? That question I just skipped? Anyway, alright, well that was fun. Listen guys, I actually had a lot of fun reacting today. I hope you guys did too. Oh hell yeah, I got people agreeing with me. Oh my god, that's a good point. BB said she's on the market, so she has to give the right answers. She's giving the wrong answer because no one wants a desperate, thirsty person. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Like that's giving needy. If that's what she's doing. Anyway. Anastasia said hand over the check. Oh, that's true. I did forget she's a sex goddess. Marshmallow of Doom. Alright guys, well I guess I'm done here. So friggin' thank you guys so much for being here. This was a really fun stream. So friggin' I'm gonna be live for members tomorrow at noon. I'm excited because I'm all caught up with Amber. I've reacted to her 2 most recent ones. So we're gonna react to something different tomorrow. But I have a bunch of things saved. So I get to pick and I'm very excited about it. Yeah, Katie said I'd rather have paid off my house than do that activity. I completely agree. Like, think of everything you can do with $3 million. But you know, guys, we forget that Amber Lynn is a friggin' what do you call it? She's a mogul, and she can retire at her age now. So, and she doesn't need money. So, oh, thank you. Jamie said, yes, please thumbs up on your way out. Guys, if you like the stream, can I get the... I can't get the thumbs up to appear on my screen. The only time I get the thumbs up that shows up on my screen is when I'm like just flailing my hands wildly. Then maybe it'll pop up. It's still not popping up and I'm looking like an idiot. So, oh, Midori, you missed it. All right. Oh, I hope I can see you at the member stream tomorrow at noon. And other than that, guys, I'll be live probably, I don't know, but all right, guys, soon. Keep your notifications on. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Peace sign. Thank you. All right, I'm still not getting the friggin'. All right, guys. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.